Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Dev. Today we're continuing to work on the first phase of our Overwatch 2D Demake. Now last time we finished working on Soldier 76's primary fire, his Helix rocket, sprint ability, and his tactical visor ultimate. And today we're finishing Soldier's kit by adding an early version of his healing beacon. And speaking of healing, we'll start work on our second character, Zenyatta. So let's get down to business, starting with Soldier's healing beacon. We'll make the beacon pink. This is very obvious. Alright, so we have the heal beacon. So hopefully we're gonna be able to add a little bit of physics to it, make it a little fancy. So call our platforming script. Gonna define our gravity speed. So on creation, we're gonna put an alarm in, let's say 1 second after we drop it. So in similar Soldier fashion, the beam on the beacon doesn't immediately show up. It shows up like a second or two after you drop it. So we need to do something similar. So we define beacon equals 0. So this could possibly not work out the way that I think it's gonna work, because I've never actually used a full-on drawn object versus my my physics, quote-unquote physics system. So we'll see. So if a beacon equals 1, draw a line with x, y. So I think it should just be as easy as 0. So what we're trying to do is draw a beam from the point of the beacon to the top of the level. So it's like, you know, it's a full-on beam, and it's only going to show up when the beacon activates. So that should, in theory, work. We'll see. If keyboard check. Okay, we need another cooldown for this. Cooldown 3 equals 0. If cooldown 3 equals 0, beacon equals instance create xy. Let's drop it a little higher than we normally would. Let's go 8. Cooldown equals, cooldown 3, excuse me, equals, let's go 60. Nope, let's go 60 is 1 second. So let's do 300 frames. Okay, let's see how that does. And boop. Woo! Oh, there's the beacon. Oh, you know what we forgot to do though? We need to destroy this thing after a while. Let's add another alarm to this thing. 1 equals let's say 300. That's about as long as you know, our cooldown is. Again, values not important right now. We just want to make sure everything works. Another thing we want to do is we want to switch these around, because we want the beacon to show up in front of the beam, and we destroy it in alarm 1. Let's see how that works out. Boop. Yeah. Here we go again, and boop. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh god. What did I do? What did I do? Ow. Typo. Of course. There we go. Boom. Yeah. It's a beacon of healing. Ah. Boop. Yeah, look at that gravity. Look at that gravity. Alright, so there we go. We got the healing beacon. Got the early version of the healing beacon. It's in. We're ready to move on to our next character. So we'll go ahead and use Soldier as our template for our next character. Once again, need to stress very heavily that I'm doing this all completely by memory. I could be doing this completely wrong, and I apologize, but you know, it is what it is. It's fine, it's temporary. We don't need to get all up in arms about accuracy here. You know what's funny is I haven't used Zenyatta's like default skin or variations of said skin for so long, I don't actually really remember what it looks like. Now we have to kind of delete the floor a bit, because, you know, Zenyatta does not walk. No. Zenyatta is a floater. I just realized I sort of describes him as a poop. Okay, well, that's good enough. So, funnily enough, because Zenyatta is pretty basic as well, we could have used a lot of what we use with Soldier. So we're gonna need at least 2 cooldowns. Ultimate 0. We're also gonna need charge. And before I forget, switch out the heroes here. Okay, here we go. So if Mouse check. Cooldown equals 0. Much like Soldier, he just does a projectile toss, but unlike Soldier, Zenyatta's Orb Toss is much slower in terms of cooldown, so we're gonna be using the same objects because for now, it really doesn't matter. Point direction, X, Y, mouse X, mouse Y, just like the bullet. Cooldown equals, let's go 10. Okay, let's test if that works out. Okay, that needs to be fixed a bit. First off, we need to raise that a bit. We don't need Zenyatta shooting from his crotch. Let's boost that up to 1 second per shot. Dude, that's a little too slow now. Okay, about 45 frames. Still a little slow. Still a little too slow. All right, there we go. This is little orb tosses. Swoosh, 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 swoosh. All right, so now that our left click works, let's do right. So the right click on Zenyatta is a little special. It can be charged up, so we're going to need a count for that. So Orb Charge equals 0. Orb Count equals 0. Wow, I just realized I forgot how many orbs you can toss at once. Is it 5? Something like 5. So if Orb Count does not equal 5... You know what? If orb count is less than 5, let's see. How long does it take to usually charge? We'll do 30. We'll do 30. Orb count plus 1. Orb charge equals 0. Else, orb charge plus 1. So we're holding down right click to charge up the orbs, and then when it hits 30, it adds an orb to our eventual projectile, and then it repeats the process until we hit 5 orbs. Mouse check button, is it released? Yes, okay. I've never used this before. I've never had to use it before, so hopefully this works. Repeat orb count bullets equals, then bullet direction equals, then we can basically just copy paste this. There you go. Okay, so let's say cooldown is 30 times orb count, and then orb count equals 0, orb charge equals 0. So reset everything afterwards. I think that should work. So there's the orb count, and it's orbs, and we're shooting 5 orbs. Boosh. Okay. I think what I might do in the future to make things more accurate to the way that Overwatch does its projectiles, like sometimes there are burst rounds, like for example, Zenyatta is shooting 5 orbs right now, but you can't see them because the way that it works in Overwatch is he shoots them in succession. So I think what I might do in the future is, for any character that has a burst round, I might do the projectiles a little differently, but I just want to get the code down right, and according to the HUD there, we're getting proper code. Okay, that's interesting. So if I don't charge it to 5, then it breaks. Okay, I realized my mistake now. I forgot to do the cooldown reset. So let's try this again. So we got 5. Oh, we can still shoot this and then shoot and boom. Reloading. Okay, there we go. At 5, boom. So I think actually when you right click, regardless, you get one shot. So we'll do 1 plus. All right, so there we go. So left click, you can do your regular orb tosses, your singular orb tosses, or you can hold right click, charge up, and shoot a barrage. Again, you know, it's just one singular shot right now, but we're gonna change that in the future so that it's more of a sequence of shots. But before first version, it's pretty good. And that'll do it for this episode of Let's Dev. Remember that if you enjoyed this video or you enjoy Let's Dev in general, be sure to hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions on the current state of Soldier 76 and Zenyatta in the comment section below. I always love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.